Are you like me and thinking about moving out of the Bay Area? Sick of the traffic, the prices, and maybe looking for a slower pace? I'm Bruce Carson with Keller Williams Realty Central Coast. I'm coming to you from Pismo Beach, California. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why so many Bay Area people like me, and maybe you, are relocating to San Luis Obispo in northern Santa Barbara counties. We call it the Central Coast. So I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know before you make the move. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when I post new video about moving to and from the Central Coast of California. So I left the Bay Area a long time ago in 1987. I graduated Los Gatos High School in 1987, but I was born there in the South Bay and raised there until I moved up to Sacramento, went to Sac State for college. So I get it. Even though I was there a long time ago, I still saw the congestion, I saw the hustle and bustle, and I saw the growth. And I know over the decades, the Bay Area has just blown up. And every time I go and visit it, it's busier, it's bigger, and it's just a lot more like going to Los Angeles. But growing up in the Bay, I never went to LA except for going to Disneyland or Universal Studios. But now that I live in between the two cities, I go up or I go down to LA or the Bay, kind of the same pace, the same amount of time. So I see how similar they are now. So yeah, the San Francisco Bay Area is a lot like LA. So there's a lot of congestion. There's a lot of traffic. And up there in the Bay Area, maybe even more so than down south, is the high cost of living. The median home price up there is incredible, but it does give you a great opportunity to make a move down south. So a lot of people are moving here because after COVID and after our lives got turned upside down, a lot of us, including me, but a lot of people up in the Bay Area realized, no, wait a minute, I can keep my job and I can work from home. If you let me work from home during COVID, why do I need to be in the city and keep going back to the office now that COVID's over and everything is opened up? Well, maybe you don't. So that's a really good opportunity for people to sell a house up there or just make the move down here so you'll work your remote job. So people in the Bay Area are also getting, they have lifestyle fatigue. You guys have long commutes. There's so many people on the road, even though you have, so many lanes of traffic, but it's just too many people, such a huge commute. And what that does is it decreases your family time, and it really has a negative impact on your lifestyle. So you also, depending on where you live in the Bay Area, you could have some quality of life concerns. There's the air quality and possibly even some safety concerns for where you live in the Bay Area. Come on down here to the Central Coast. We have nominal crime. We have great fresh air. So the big question is, okay, why would I move to the Central Coast? I live in the big, beautiful Bay Area. We have everything that we could possibly need. Why would I move? Well, there are some good reasons to come down here to the coast. We have natural beauty. We have the beach, which is really nice. We have wine country all over the coast. There's a lot of outdoor hiking, biking, trails, activities. We have a lot of fun stuff to do here. And once you get here, come and visit or make your move, you're going to really enjoy the slower pace of life that we really get to enjoy. And you'll also find that the Central Coast is very family friendly. So we have a lot of activities where we go out, we meet people, and we get together with other families and people in the community. There's concerts, there's events, and it's a real go-to place. So it makes for really good, fun, family-friendly time. We have a really cool cultural vibe, too. So it's kind of driven by the beach and by the college. So we have up in San Luis Obispo, we have Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, which is a California State University school. It's a great school. But, that brings in a mix of people from all walks of life and gives us that college town charm. But once you're here, college or not, we have a great art scene. There's all kinds of great fun art things to do in music and arts. So there's always something to do. There's generally something to see on New Times I always go on the website. I always tell people to go on that newtimeslow.com, and you can find out everything that's going on this weekend, next weekend. They have a calendar of events, and there's all kinds of fun stuff going on. We also, because we're in the heart of the state of California, we have farmers markets. I think we have a farmers market, at least one, every day of the week. Some of the more notable and famous farmers markets, the San Luis Obispo on Thursday evening, that's the big one. That's the big one where all the farmers are there, all the vendors are there. But we have farmers markets in Avila Beach, in Grover Beach, in Arroyo Grande, all over the place. We have farmers markets. So what that means is you get to spend your money with local vendors, keep your money local, and you get fresh fruits and vegetables. So outside of the college, we have strong school districts. So we have really good schools in San Luis Obispo and up north in the northern part of San Luis Obispo County. Down south around Pismo Beach or Grande, Grover Beach is the Lucia Mar School District. It's where I raised my three boys. I was a single parent here. Thank goodness they're all grown and they're adults and they're all okay and on their own. But that wasn't easy. But I did have the opportunity to have my children attend a lot of these local schools. So really good schools down here. We have all the way from preschool to the high schools. We have public schools. We have private schools. And then we go into the colleges down in northern Santa Barbara County. We have in Santa Maria, we have Allen Hancock College. In San Luis Obispo, we have Cal Poly, and we have Cuesta College, which, so schools aside, for the parents, for the older people that are not in school, we have a really nice work and life balance and a good community feel. The reason why I say we have a good work and life balance is the difference between me working here in Pismo Beach and driving to my house in Grover Beach compared to the commute that I'll just say like my dad did in the mid 80s. It was a terrible commute in the Bay Area. And he worked in Brisbane in South San Francisco, and we lived in Los Gatos, which is the South Bay. I think that's only, if there's no traffic, I think it's only about an hour drive. He spent so much time in the car. I never saw my dad when I was in high school. It was terrible. He would get up super early in the morning, drive a couple hours to work all day, a couple hours driving home, have some food, go to sleep, get up, do it again. And I can't imagine what it's like now with today's traffic. That was 80s traffic. So he did manage to have some cool sports cars and everything to commute in, but I just don't think it was ever worth it. So a couple more reasons why Bay Area people are coming here to the Central Coast. If you choose, because we have microclimates all over the coast, you can live in a way less extreme weather environment than the Bay Area. Even I have noticed that it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter up there in the Bay Area since I was a kid. I don't remember it ever being 100 degrees when I was a little kid, but now it's 100 degrees up there in San Jose all the time. So we have mild coastal climates that you can come and live in. If you still want to live in the heat, that's okay too. We have that too. We have everything within about a 30-minute radius. You can be in 100 degrees, you can be in 60 degrees, you can be in anything in between. So we have great weather, great microclimates that you get to choose from. And then the last reason why, and I may have, I could have said this first for sure, is you get so much more house for your money. Now, up there in the Bay Area, we know, I mean, houses are expensive. And houses are expensive here too, but it's all relative. So I experience, again, I grew up in the Bay Area, I grew up in the South Bay, I grew up in Los Gatos, and then so when I was traveling as a kid through sports, I went to Willow Glen and Campbell and San Jose and all these different places. And now I see people moving here like a little teeny tiny house in Willow Glen. When I was a kid, that was like nothing. But now, a little teeny tiny house in Willow Glen is worth millions of dollars. We can sell that multi-million-dollar house, whatever you have, and you can come down here and you can buy a lot more house for cash after you sell your house. So a lot of people, I help a lot of people with their move from the Bay Area. We can sell a $2 million house that's there, move down here, and spend the proceeds, say $1.5 million. Then you can buy a really nice house, cash, own it outright, and have the other proceeds in your pocket. So lots and lots of reasons to move down here to the coast. So who's moving to the coast? Who are these people? Well, I help out a lot of tech professionals. Again, after COVID, people learned that, hey, I've got this tech job. Everything I do is on a computer. So And I never go and talk to people when I'm in the office. So what's the reason? There's no reason to go into the office anymore. So we have a lot of tech professionals coming down. They look for homes. Like a really good example is here. One of our towns is called Arroyo Grande, and Arroyo Grande is famous auditorious. Either way, it doesn't matter how you look at it. But we have homes that have bonus rooms that are perfect for offices. So it's kind of a normal thing for us to have say a 2 bedroom, 2 bath house with a bonus room, or a 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a bonus room. And they're great offices. So you can come down here, you set up your home office, you work. Other people that are moving here, young families that are looking for better lifestyle, a more chill lifestyle, and potentially better schools for their kids. So I totally get that. It's really nice to come down here and not spend so much time in your car driving to and from, or maybe working from home. So you get more family time, you get more time with the kids. It's a beautiful thing. And then we also have a lot of people that are retiring and they're moving down here. So no matter where you are, when you get older, like me, I'm getting up there too. Eventually, we need to sell the big house that we had filled with kids and family. Now we have empty nest syndrome, and we have worn out knees and hips and feet that don't like going up and down steps. So sell that big house up there in the Bay Area, come down here, pay cash for a single level home here. There's a good chance you can have more yard, more space with that single level home. And the last group of people that are moving down here are investors. I'm an investor as well. It's really expensive to invest here, but if you're an investor coming from the Bay Area, our property is actually quite cheap. And if you start penciling out investment properties down here on the Central Coast, you'll find you can get a really good return on investment, and you can pencil out some really good cap rates for your investments. So the rent here is very high. And if you are in there's very high demand for rent as well. So finding renters, you get to pick and choose. There's a lot of demand for rentals. And even if you're up in San Luis Obispo and even other parts of the Central Coast, people rent their houses out per room. And the per room cost is high. But so places to go. You can go to San Luis Obispo, which has amazing college town charm. It's walkable. It has great schools. You can go up north to Paso Robles and Atascadero, and where they have it's wine country up there. So if you're a wine connoisseur, you like your hot weather, we grow those red wine grapes up there in the heat. They love it, and a lot of people love that weather. Paso and Atascadero, very cute, quaint towns, lots of fun things to do there, and it's quite a bit closer to the Bay Area than Santa Maria or the five cities. So then you come down from San Luis Obispo, come south on Highway 101, and you end up where I'm coming to you from now in Pismo Beach, Grover Beach, Arroyo Grande. We call that the five cities. So the reason why is there's actually five cities. They're all stuck together in one chunk. The point is all these towns are just kind of blended together. That all mixed in. So if you're looking for a nice mild climate, and a small town atmosphere, look at all of the five cities, not just one, not just Pismo or Rio Grande, Grover Beach, Halcyon, or Oceano. Look at all five. That's my advice to you. Then we go further south. We have Nipomo, which is the southernmost town of San Luis Obispo County. Now, Nipomo is a little bit more inland. It's right on Highway 101. Great little town. It's growing, and there's room to grow in Nipomo in all directions. So keep an eye on Nipomo. It's going to keep growing. But Nipomo has nice warm weather. It's a little bit warmer when we go down south and inland, and very conveniently located to both Santa Maria and to the five cities in San Luis Obispo. Nipomo also has a tendency to be a little bit more affordable, a little bit, not a lot, than its friends up north in the five cities. Then once we leave Nipomo, the next town is going to be Santa Maria. Now, Santa Maria is the northernmost town or city in Santa Barbara County. Santa Barbara County is huge. It is really big. So don't be deceived with that. That's why I'm very clear that I'm talking about northern Santa Barbara County, not all of Santa Barbara County. Once we get south of Lompoc, Santa Ynez, or Los Alamos, I'm out. I don't work down in Santa Barbara or beyond. I don't know that area. It's not for me. If you're looking to move in that direction, call, text, or email me, and I'll be happy to refer you to someone that knows that area. I'm not going to try to help you relocate to an area that I am not familiar with. Okay, so we talked about Napomo, and then we get to Santa Maria. It's really interesting when you get to Santa Maria and when you get to Santa Barbara County. It's kind of like stepping into a whole different world. When I drive south into Santa Maria, as soon as we get into Santa Barbara County, they add another lane to the Highway 101. And seriously, the traffic speeds up by 10, 15 miles per hour. People go crazy. They're passing in the right lane. It's like a different world as far as driving. Santa Maria is a great town. It's a big town. It's a little bit more industrial. It's certainly bigger than the towns in San Luis Obispo County. The driving to Santa Maria, when we get down to the southern part of Santa Maria, down by the airport, that's where Orchid starts. Orchid's just kind of an older feel, slower pace, kind of like the beach cities in San Luis Obispo County. That's also very popular because it's a little bit closer to Vandenberg Space Force Base, which is down by Lompoc, which is our next town. So we keep going farther south into the northern part of Santa Barbara County, and we have Vandenberg Space Force Base. We have Guadalupe, and we have Lompoc. So those towns have changed. The dynamic has changed quite a bit once the Air Force Base switched over to Space Force Base, because we ended up, not importing, but we had a lot of engineers and space people moving in, civilians and military people moving into that area, and they really like that because they're close to the base. The base is out there. The base is huge. It's gorgeous. This is a cool place to be, but it's just kind of far off the beaten path. So it's not necessarily the best place to move a family. So something to consider. If you are military, I love military people. I love helping military. I've worked around in bases for years and years and years, and I'm here to help. When you decide to make the move and you come down here, there are a few things to consider. There's a smaller job market. So make sure, if you're not retired or if you don't have a work from home, like remote ready job, be prepared. Have some savings, be prepared, have some buffer, because it's going to take you a while to find a good job. It's a really good idea to start applying for jobs and get yourself set up with the job prior to or in the process of moving. So just be aware of that. Also, when you do the move, you want to make sure you have me on your side or a realtor that you trust, because we do have limited inventory and there's a lot of competition for homes that are in desirable areas. Now, hopefully, as a Bay Area transplant, hopefully you and I and your realtor up there have timed things out so that you are selling or will have sold your home up there, which makes you a cash buyer down here. You're going to have a much better chance buying a house for cash, and you're going to beat out a lot of buyers that are coming in with loans and first-time homeowners and everything. So just keep in mind, smaller market, smaller inventory, big competition. You do need to watch my videos, subscribe to this channel, please. And if you have any questions, call me, come and visit me. I will literally meet with you in my office, put you in my car, and drive you around the whole entire area to show you the microclimates. I really, really want you to understand the difference between our coastal and our inland climates. And the last thing is, and this could be a tough one. It wasn't hard for me, but it could be hard on some people. Like if you're younger and you really like the nightlife, that city nightlife that the Bay Area has to offer. I mean, I know I used to go out to the concerts in San Francisco and loved that big city feel when I was there. But moving down here, there's limited nightlife. It's quiet. It's slow. So just be prepared for that. Now, the quiet lifestyle here, but you can get in the car. And where we are in San Luis Obispo County, it's equidistant. You could go home, you can go up to the Bay Area, go to a concert, go to whatever you want to do there. But it's also basically the same drive to go down south, to go to LA. So while we don't have a lot going on here, we have access to the whole entire state and lots and lots of fun stuff. And where we are, now the question is, Bruce, what can you do to help us, me or my family or my friends, make a smooth transition from the Bay Area to the Central Coast? Number one, is virtual home tours. You're watching me on YouTube right now. I have a YouTube channel. I'm a YouTuber. Kind of weird to say that because I'm old. But yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel, Bruce Carson RE, and I love it. I love what I do, and I love helping people with their relocations. So back again, going back to the COVID days, I had people buy houses. They had never even seen the house until I gave them their keys. Everything was done virtual. So I'll do virtual home tours with you. We're going to have a consultation either in person, preferably in person. I'd love to see you. Or we're going to be on a Zoom or over the phone and have you. You're going to tell me everything that you want to know. And I'm going to input that information into my system. I do have AI systems that I work with, and I combine the AI with the MLS systems. We have 2 local MLS systems. So I'll plug all that into AI and share information with you. Once we find a property that you like, you let me know. We'll set up a time, and we're going to go and do a virtual home tour. We should just get your drone, fly over. I'm a drone pilot as well, so I'll fly over the roof of any property that you're interested in. I can fly around the neighborhood and show you the neighborhood as well. But we can do the virtual home tours. We can write offers. We can buy homes virtually if you like. But the virtual home tour is generally enough for people to say, yes, I want to write an offer, or no, I don't want to write an offer. And also, more importantly, is that the realtors down here, including myself, we're fully aware that there are a lot of people trying to buy properties here. There are a lot of investors that will just write offers. I'll buy that one. I'll buy that one. I'll buy that one. Try to get a whole bunch of properties in escrow, get them off the market, tie them up, and then eventually in the next week or two, during their 17-day due diligence, they'll come down and take a look at the house and go, oh, I don't like that one. I don't like the color of the carpet. I don't like that one because I don't like the neighborhood. So realtors are aware of that. I'm aware of it. Others are aware of it. And we'll read the offer. It's our job to show the offer to the seller. But realistically, you need to see it. My name is Bruce Carson with Keller Williams Realty, Central Coast. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see all the new content. But either way, however you want to contact me, it doesn't matter. I'm just here to help. I'm super passionate about where I live. I used to live in the Bay Area. I lived all over the country. Now I'm here. I've been here for well over 20 years. I've raised 3 boys as a single parent, so I know the schools, I know the areas, and I'm super passionate about it, and I want to help you. Call, text, or email anytime. I'm here to help. Carson with Keller Williams.